Hello and welcome to the finals of the Creator Versus Tournament here on the official Magic the Gathering Arena channel. It's me, it's CGB, and I'm here with...
Jim Davis, what's up?
Yo, we are here to battle. In the first round, we played Standard, and I went against LDV. Jim, you went against?
Put against Ash. Put a pretty awesome match, honestly. Like a true, both decks just doing their thing, just going nuts. It was a really good one.
I still haven't seen it. I've only heard the tales. Legend and I also had a best of 3 for the ages with both very quick games and very long, difficult games. So I'm excited to see how that comes out. But today, Standard is off the table. We're playing Explorer because of the release of Pioneer Masters to showcase some cards. And Jim, I don't play Explorer. I don't know what I'm doing.
Sweet. That's good news for me. As happens fairly often in competitive Magic, where a player qualifies through one format for an event that's not the format they're used to, and they're like, oh, I have to learn Modern now, or Draft, or whatever, so I like it.
Yeah, I went into the dojo and I dug deep into the archives of all the historic cards since Return to Ravnica that have been released for the format, and I went through Pioneer Masters, and I found an old friend. I found Yorion.
Oh, you're playing Yorion. Wow, that's weird. I never would have thought that would have happened in a million years.
How about you? Did you find a deck you like?
Yeah, it's a pretty spicy one, honestly. It's a deck I put it on stream at 5-0 League, and it's playing a lot of really weird cards that don't even see play in Standard, but a lot of them are Standard legal, and it kind of pops off when it works, so I'm excited. Oh
my goodness. Well, I wish you luck, but not too much good luck. Let's go check out these sweet decks. Oh, and remember to play Pioneer Masters on Arena.
All right, I got a fun one here. It's Turtle Time, Turtle Power, Fecund Green Shell, 4/6 for 5 mana reach. As long as you control 10 or more lands, all your creatures get +2/+2. But more importantly, whenever it or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it into play, otherwise put it in your hand. So obviously a powerful way to draw cards and put lands into play, similar to Risen Reef. Same idea, elemental ETBs, top card of your library. If it's a land, put it in tapped, otherwise draw it. Now, Spelunking here is the key card that allows these lands to come in untapped. And when they come in untapped, you can keep using the mana you get from the landfalls to cast more things like a Boreal Razor, Gilded Goose, and Insidious Fungus. These are all cards that have higher toughness with a green shell. So you get to play it, draw more cards, make more land drop, keep untapping your lands and going nuts. Glasswell Mimic here is awesome as both a land that is also a creature that can copy the green shell or Risen Reef, which is great. And once you get going, you kind of just get going. You keep putting lands into play. Archway can allow you to bounce your Mimic back to your hand and get more mana. And eventually you end up with about 100 power in play of random green shells and geese and grazers, and then do a thing. You can draw to a counterspell if you need it. This can also copy things as well. And sometimes you just cast a Vaultborn Tyrant, which works too. Sideboard's got sideboard cards in it. Aether Gust for red decks and friends. Mystical Dispute against its counterspell decks, and a few other silver bullet cards like Grafdigger's Cage, Damping Sphere, Keen-Eyed Curator, and Blast Zone. But this deck is a Blast Zone. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully we go off.
The deck I've picked to battle Jim Davis with is a Jeskai Kaiju list. It's all about making a ton of giant monsters, whether those are dinosaurs or demon krakens, overlords, and then blinking them with your bird serpent Sky Noodle Yorion. This is a deck that tries to absolutely pop off. Now, the primary driver of the deck is Trumpeting Carnosaur and its Discover ability, which is when it enters Discover 5. That means that you flip cards from the top of your deck until you hit something that costs 5 or less, and then you may cast that for free. So if you're wondering why our curve looks a little different from the typical Magic the Gathering deck curve with a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s, it's because we're trying to cast a 6 mana card that then only flips into other cards that make more of the 6 mana card. So Trumpeting Carnosaur, if you clone it a bunch of times with Spark Double or Clever Impersonator, you end up with a huge board of dinosaurs, and possibly with a combo kill with a burn plan on board thanks to Quintorius Canned. Quintorius also has a Discover ability, and whenever you cast cast a spell from exile as a static ability, 2 damage each opponent, and you gain 2 life. So if you are able to cast a Carnosaur that gets a Quintorius, that discovers 4, that casts a Spark Double, that copies a Carnosaur, that triggers Quintorius to deal 2 damage. And then when you impersonate the Carnosaur, that's another 2 damage. And if you do this enough times within the same turn, you can end the game on the spot without even attacking with your dinosaurs. But if your opponent has more than 20 life, the dino attack is not the worst fallback. And the other awesome fallback is Gyruda, Doom of Depths, which can help dig you for clones or dinosaurs, put those onto the battlefield, and create another giant board presence. If you hit enough clones with Gyruda, you can also mill out your opponent, as they have puny 60 card deck and you have 80 card deck. Because of the restrictions this deck places on itself with the discoverability and not being able to run many cards that cost 1, 2, or 3 mana, the sideboard is funky, and that's okay. I'm the one in best of 1. I don't sideboard all that often, so let's keep it simple. We can use channel abilities like Mirror Shell Crab and double-sided cards because it counts while they're in the library, the sum of both sides, so this is a 6 mana card in the library. We can use cards like this to interact with our opponent and give ourselves a chance later in the game. Well, that's what we're here for, a big monster fight, and I plan to have the most monsters of them all. Let's dive in and let this nonsense begin. I get the choice. I will play first. Oh my goodness, this hand does so close to nothing, it's beautiful. Both of our basic planes in the opener keep.
All right, CGB playing Yorion, of course. Our hand here is not very good. We do have 3 lands, I guess, the Mimics. We have a green source to the Citadel. We can go Citadel, Goose, or Citadel tap land, turn 2 Goose, Glasspool, turn 3 Spelunking, Glasspool, I guess. It's not particularly exciting, though. I think we're going to mulligan this. Let me do a little better. Mulligan into, I guess this is a better hand. Grazer not very good here, but on the draw, double fungus, reef, green shell, it's a good stuff. So keep this and ship the Grazer down.
I will scry with Temple of Triumph. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Couldn't get better.
Temple of Triumph. Interesting. So we draw Dreamroot Cascade, which is cool. Turn 1 fungus. I mean, turn 1 fungus if we draw a untapped land is probably best. Yeah, I'll ship that. All right, pay 2. Play a fungus. Sega. He's a real fun guy.
Whoa, right into the fungi? Insidious Fungus? It's a ramp card that's also a 1/2 that also hits artifacts and enchantments. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. I didn't know we were coming out swinging with 1 mana creatures. This is going to be hard mode.
All right, Temple of Triumph Plains. Interesting. We draw a Gilded Goose. All right, we're just coming in. Time for 1. I think I'm going to play the Goose and hold my second fungus, so we'll play the old Goose. Play the old Honker. Make a food. Play this on green. Say go.
Gyruda. Well, that does free us up to use the Carnosaur as removal, if that's something we wish to do. It's really tempting to just buy Yorion, though. I love Yorion. Sunken Citadel. What is going on over here? I'm not even sure what I should be thinking about removing. All right. Bring me the Sky Noodle.
Just gonna buy Yorion. Wow. We draw Glasspool Mimic, which is a nice one. I think we're just gonna reef. We could just use the mana from the Goose and play the tap land, have 5 mana for next. No, just that would not work. Never mind. Temporary mana source here. So yeah, I'll just play a land if there was a reef. Old boy Risen Reef, and we hit the land. Awesome. Not only do we hit the land, it's actually a Castle Garenbrig, which combines with our Citadel to make a lot of mana, which is great. So end the turn. And next turn, we're ready to go green shell into fungus. Start doing our thing.
Because we certainly have the Overlord, then into the Yorion, which can be a very powerful board state. But what if something that Jim is doing goes bigger than that? This is whenever another elemental enters, look at the top card. If it's a land, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put it into your hand. I do suspect we might be playing fair magic here. And Jim is probably playing unfair magic. Still, we're on the reconnaissance mission. I'm not slowing down my game plan. We're going with an Overlord. And we got some insects.
Overlord. Okay. So I was kind of expecting a super that turn. Instead, 2 bodies. Just gonna fire up here and do the thing, right? It's just Garenbrig, float some mana. We're gonna have 1 mana left over. So we got 2 triggers. Top card is a Spelunking. Top card is a Vaultborn Tyrant, unfortunately. So, not ideal. The Fungus. Trigger Green Shell. Draw Dream Dew Entrancer. Alright, so we fizzled here a bit, which is fine, I guess. Let me make us a land. And then I guess no attacks, and we'll just say go. Now, the good news is that if there is a sweeper in our future, we have a pretty good rebuild here. Lots of big stuff in our hand.
Full pass. How much mana does it cost to sacrifice this? 2. That mana is not currently available. But Jim knows I have Yorion. I think I have to set up for next turn. And next turn has to be a Carnosaur or a Gyruda. I don't think my play here is to run out Yorion. I think we're scrying bottom and passing turn.
Interesting. All right, so I have to assume like a counterspell or something here, right? That being said, I kind of want to get the Spelunking in play. Spelunking Risen Reef. We have his Fungus too. We can draw cards. Start Spelunking. Pretty important piece of the puzzle as far as like our lands coming in on tap when we're going off. So we draw Arid Archway. Oh my god, I love it. All right, so very lucky to draw the Archway here. Plays insane with Spelunking. He gets to bounce our Glasspool Shore. And now I could cast... It's a land too, though. I'm just going to cast a Risen Reef, I think. Floating a mana.
Okay, double reef. We're going after this reef. Slow the reefing down. It's too strong.
Ooh, Trumpeting Carnosaur. That's fun. Some sort of Cascade deck. Another Archway. Bouncing a Dreamroot Cascade. Land. Glasspool Mimic. Copying Green Shell. Starting to go off here. Put that into play. Put that into play on green. Entrancer. Now we have 1 colorless floating. 2, 3, 4. We can Green Shell for a bunch of mana again. Sure.
This is an odd cost. Too bad. And so is the Risen Reef. I don't know if Gyruda will hit anything from this side. Probably going with Carnosaur because at least it hits for sure. If I get another turn, I don't know what's happening. Oh my goodness, 3 of them.
Triggers. Surveil, Fungus bottom. Okay. 7/8, 7/8. So we're gonna play the Entrancer, tap one of these, trigger the green shells. Forest. Maze.
What is happening? I am so freaking lost.
Cast a Goose.
Okay, turn 6, way too far away is what I'm learning here today. This is insane. Okay, dude. Sure.
Man, we are doing it, folks. We are doing it. All the way. Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Okay. Okay, dude. That's great. That was fun. Wow.
All right, so CDB didn't do much that game, obviously. Looks like he's playing some sort of like cascadey combo-y deck, like trying to skirt mana costs by playing cards that have a higher printed mana value. Some sort of cascade effect can like get more big stuff. That's my inkling. I'm not really sure exactly what is going on there, but as far as sideboarding goes, players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Discover exiles the cards, so you can still play it. Damping Sphere, not great. Blast Zone Curator, maybe just a few disputes, honestly. Not really sure what's going on exactly, but I see 3 steps ahead too. I might just stand pat, honestly. I'm not sure what's going on yet, so.
I guess I can try to freeze some lands with Reduce to Rubble, and I can try to counter the green shell with the crab. This requires the thing to attack. This is too slow. Syro 7 Deaths, even slower. The whales were useless. They're just way too slow. And the Overlord of the Mistmoors is useless. Making some blockers is not going to stop this. So now the pieces I've subbed in are interactive except for Warrant Warden, which is put attacking or blocking creature on top of the library. Is one of these better than Warrant Warden? Because I don't think that hitting, attacking, and blocking creatures is going to matter. So I want this out too. Is the whale better or is the Overlord better? These are good questions. I don't know the answer. I think honestly it's this, because if I actually do get to untap and attack, they might also have a mega board. So giving my creatures first strike and vigilance and an extra combat is potentially the best thing I can do here. Yeah, let's go with that. I am my deck is a turn too slow. I did not get to 6 mana, and I do not ramp, so I have to interact to get there. Definitely have to play first. And, I mean, it's interaction, so we'll keep it. Like, this Overlord would have been much better than the white Overlord in the previous game.
All right, so Secret of what I'm doing is now out, of course, so I expect a little more resistance this game. This hand is fine. It's good. Keep.
The Fountain.
Hot Fountain. Risen Reef. So we got our fungus.
The fungi. I didn't have fun, but don't worry about it. Tap land. No life here.
We draw Sunken Citadel. So I think we're just going to Breeding Pool, untap, and say go. Attack, I guess, too, but planning on activating the fungus.
I wonder if that fungus is getting thrown under the bus here. Let's hold up mana. We only need to draw one more land to be able to walk into Gyruda mana.
Put in Citadel, untap. Draw Entrancer. I guess Spelunking. I expect to be countered here. If we're going to get countered, I prefer to counter the Spelunking or the Reef. Probably the Spelunking, honestly.
Oh, what do you know? There's the card. I will reduce it.
Reduce. Yeah, definitely some sort of cascade deck happening here. Playing all cards that have mana values higher than something. So let's play our Archway, bounce the Forest, and say go.
That Archway. We got to freeze that. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. You get no turn, Jim. How do you feel?
Love it. Love it. We got Rubbled. Rubbled is sweet. All right. Play a land and say go. Actual time walk.
I think we hold for crab.
It's got to be Quintorius combo, right? Where they play Quintorius and just like you keep casting things, I think. All right. So I guess we're going to Risen Reef. We have a mana to cast Green Shell, but a counterspell on Green Shell would be pretty bad for us. Yeah, it's probably still worth it, right? If I don't have anything to play, yeah, sure. Let's cast Green Shell. Cast the big turtle.
But going right for it. Okay, we crab it up. And we'll see if Jim brought answers. And how lucky we're feeling today. Gyruda. Do the thing. Gyruda. Spark double. Gyruda. Impersonator. Gyruda. Non-legendary version. I mean, is this where we Carno? Carno! Quintorius. Perfect. This is how we potentially end the game here if we get enough triggers from this. Clever. Copy here. Trigger. Clever. 2 points. Copy here. Back up Quintorius. Burn trigger. Land here. Discover. Clever. Copy a Carno. Because I think there's still one more hit. Oh, there's more Quintorius. Somewhere in here I do have to pay attention, as our Discover 4s do run out eventually. And we hit the Spark double, and now I think we go Garuda. I don't... Let's see. Let's look around. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Quintorius spent. 1, 2 Spark doubles there. 1 here. So this is number 4, and those are clever impersonators. We have to go Garuda. And we hit! Target up to 1 creature. Tap up to 1 creature. Put 3 stun counters on it. If you control that creature, draw cards. Sure, I will do drop myself. What you got, buddy?
Okay, about that. That's a lot of demons and dinosaurs. We're still alive, which is interesting. But now I know what's going on at least, right? So don't think we can win from the spot, but I guess we'll cast Resurrect and see what happens. All right, yeah, so that's fine. All right, so we'll go on to game 3.
Scoop it, yeah. If I get another turn, you're gonna die. All right. Oh, nice.
And now we know that we need to stop things from happening here. So, again, this puts the card onto the battlefield under their control. So, Graphthinker's Cage stops Gyruda. It does not stop Discover. Damping Sphere, however, is quite... Damping Sphere is annoying, though, because it actually stops us from going off, too. But it means Discover doesn't really work, and they can't loop it. It's a pretty interesting one, because it is our goal to keep casting spells, too. So it is really, really limiting. It also makes our Garenberg not work for more mana. Interesting here, whereas like the best hate card we have is actually pretty good against us, too. We can just bring in Mystical Disputes, which I think is reasonable. Aether Gust also stops Carnosaur, not Gyruda, and then Dispute can stop those ineffectively. Got the 3 steps aheads. I think the Grazers are also... I guess you want to go fast. The Entrancers are kind of like whatever. Bring in the Disputes. And then I want to bring in... Maybe my 3 steps also to have more counter spells. Maybe the Vaultborn Tyrants aren't very good, right? Kind of like big, dumb idiot, not really what we're looking for. Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, we are in this thing, but can we win on the draw? If we draw 2 of our counter spells,
this puts the card.
It felt hopeful
onto the battlefield,
right?
Under
felt
their
very
control.
hopeful. All right, let's go.
I think going first here is a pretty big game, and our opener is pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. It's pretty good. We have turn to Spelunking. We're like lacking a bounce land or card draw, really, but it's fun. So, land Grazer, Citadel on green.
Shocking. Well, 2 counter spells. Will it be too slow on the draw? If it is, I didn't have any recourse. This is how the deck works. This is what the deck does. It's definitely a keep. Oh, God. Turn 1 Grazer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Need some lands here, you know. Spelunking draw. That is interesting. So Spelunking says you need to put a land into play, and we can't play the Mimic as a land. It's annoying.
Did he miss a land? Did he miss a land? He missed a land. We're in this. You're telling me there's a chance. We could bluff. Is this a 2-life bluff? I'm doing it.
Okay. Let's play this. Play Spelunking. Draw Mystical Dispute. Okay. Drawing Dispute means now I want to play this Goose. So I have mana for Green Shell and then Dispute to push it through. Oh, we can't actually dispute a Crab. They cycle the Crab, which is annoying, but...
The real problem now is he might have the 3 mana to pay for these counter spells. But still, should be able to slow him down. Also, by the way, have not drawn Gyruda. Have not drawn Carnosaur.
We draw Breeding Pool. All right, sure. All right, let's cast Green Shell.
No, 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 no. None of that.
Reduce. All right, we're going to dispute this. We're going to fight back.
Oh no, what have I done? Oh no, he has Mystical Dispute. If I had used the Crab, that wouldn't have worked. No. Oh, I just got wrecked. Okay, Carnosaur. How the heck against this thing am I supposed to survive? I will rubble the Citadel, the this and the that, and freeze him up for a minute. Maybe that will help me.
Last Pool Mimic. That one is good. All right, Plague Razor. Risen Reef. Oh man. All right. I'm a little scared.
Okay. I don't think it's the boiler bilges. I don't think it's that. The Goose doesn't have food. We just pass here.
All right, still alive. We can Entrancer, tap a Grazer. We get to draw 2 more cards also. And then Reef. I think I like that.
Two mana open. We go for this.
Could have a counterspell too, right? Yeah, we're getting crabbed. Sure, it's fine. All right, so that's fine. Attack for 4. I'm pretty scared this turn, I'm not going to lie.
I name Dinosaur. Roar! I wish it were Gyruda, though. There'd be a chance we could mill him out. Not enough land in deck, I think, would mean easy wins. You may have it enter as a copy of any non-land permanent on the battlefield. Yep, that's going to be another Dinosaur at this stage. Can it get there? Yeah, if Jim had a counterspell, he could use it on these. All right, double up, double trouble. Let's go. Double, double, double. We do have to hit Quintorius, and you want to hit it before we go too deep into the library. So this is actually bad that we've hit so many of these already. We need to hit a Quintorius first to do the burn strategy, and there we go. The first one, but you see there's already 5 clones on the field. Will it be good enough?
Let's dig over
I don't know.
You're about to be Mr.
I don't know if this math checks out. This might be the dreaded double pop-off. So Spark Double here, we're cloning Quintorius. to get double triggers.
These relics are priceless.
Oh
Let's dig
no,
over
the
here.
deck is gone.
Okay, so we are technically still alive. The question is, can we actually win the game? That is remains to be seen, I guess. Well, we're gonna try and do it. So, start with a green shell. 2 triggers. Spelunking. 2 non-lands. That is killer. All right, play Goose. That was pretty good. Put in a Archway. Bounce ashore. Draw 3 steps ahead. A little late on that one. I mean, now I can cast the Mimic. Right? Okay. Sure. Alright, triple green shell. We got a land, a fungus, goose, land on green, maybe fungus. 3 more triggers. Yes. Yes. So I can reef, which won't trigger the green shell. No, I'm just going to cast Goose. All right, so keep going. Nice on that Grazer. Make a food. There's an Archway. Bounce the glass pool, sure. The thing is, can we actually win is the question. We tapped our Goose for mana. I feel like we're going to draw our entire deck here. The question is, can we actually win the game? Okay. 27 cards.
There's still Quintorius in the deck. If I had copied the Carnosaur, I would have still hit more Quintorius cons, which would have meant higher life total. I don't know how much that's going to matter here. But man, a Gyruda pop-off would have been a different animal because there would have been only so many cards in the deck for Jim to draw to.
I guess we just go again. That's a lot of turtles. Forest. Reef. Breeding Pool. Beseju. So 5 mana. 18 cards in deck. Don't want a deck. But let's play another green shell, I guess. Mimic. Maze. Keep the Entrancer. Goose. Grazer. 12 cards in deck. We can sack a food. I mean, do we win? Like, we can't really win this turn. We can keep going, but like, I don't think that's actually good. I think we just attack.
It's too bad he had to use that Goose. It just soloed me in the air. Move into combat. Let's go. All right, that is a big frickin' turtle. What do we do? Do we block 3 and hope for the best?
CDB's been through all of his clones already, so like there's no more comboing on that side of the board.
Do we try to gang up on a turtle? 18. 18 is 3 dinosaurs. And 16, 14 plus 6 is 20. So could kill 2 dinosaurs. But we have to somehow get through. How do we get through? There's a little more Quintorius action, right? Because we spark double here. All right. This feels terrible. I'm sorry. I'm chumping with my dinos. It has to be the burn plan. Of course, counter spells are very good magic cards. What is available? There are 2 mana here, so it could be a negate. Additional combat doesn't really matter if all your stuff just dies. You need to somehow scam some damage, which I don't see. I don't see it as a possibility. I don't think there's a chance here for Yorion. But we can pay for a Mystic Dispute with a shocked land and a Spark Double.
Spark Double. Okay.
Now remember, the -4 on the Quintorius missed. Has to be a dino. There you go.
Knowledge is power. Always no question.
Well, keep the full one.
I'm more scholar than fighter.
I mean, I don't think this gets there. I'm being real. I'm pretty sure I don't have what I need to have. And there it is.
I wonder what I'll find at this site.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I buy Yorion.
All right. I'm not very good at math, but I think we're good here. Let's play an Entrancer. Pretty sure you have lethal and waits till Sunday, but as long as I don't deck by accident. You gotta keep whatever it is on top. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're just gonna attack. I decided. We're not gonna play anything else. We're not gonna putz around. We're just gonna attack. Thought about having a little fun, a little showmanship. Realized that decking myself and losing a game would be bad. So sick. Wow. Go Turtles. I like turtles.
Just enough to rattle me. I see what he's doing here. Negative 164 is not a healthy life total in the format. Oh, goodness.
All right, that last game sure was something.
Negative 164?
Turtles confirmed.
164? Is that a new record? That has to be a new Creator Clash record. And I'm on the wrong side of it. And I'm not happy, Jim. I'm not happy. Did you have to tap? Did you have to bounce one more thing, Jim? Did you have to do it?
It's funny. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing things for the showmanship. Then I drew 4 more cards, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna deck. I'm gonna look like an idiot. I can't do that. So let's just stop. I'll stop being a showman and just attack and finish the game, which is fine. Turtles confirmed more powerful than demons and dinosaurs.
I guess so. Kraken demons, by the way. This was the kaiju fight I was looking for, to be honest. Like, when I built the deck, I was like, oh, the biggest, stompiest monstrosities. Dinosaurs, krakens, you know, let's go. I wanted a proper monster battle with the Jim Davis, and we had that. I just wish I had won.
Yeah, I mean, you got a little unlucky, obviously, with your Cascades. You found the Quintorius before you hit all of your copying effects. Then the Quintorius would have killed me, but it's apparently Quintorius can't, not Quintorius can.
Oh, so. I bet you're proud of that one. Oh, that hurts.
I thought
that
about it like
hurts,
20 minutes ago, and I've been holding on to it. Yeah.
All right, to the victor go the spoils. Remind them what channel they're watching and what they're supposed to do and what they're supposed to play.
It would be my pleasure. So big thanks to MTG Arena for running this. These clashes are super, super fun. Big thanks to Ash and Legend as well, and hope to do more of these in the future. Obviously, hop on, check out Pioneer Masters on Arena. Draft format's really, really fun. And then just seeing, almost all of Pioneer on Arena is great too. I played a lot of Pioneer, both online as well as in some Pro Tours and stuff. And it's a fun format. It's great. Definitely get into it. And Standard too, Foundations as well. So a lot of awesome things happening on Arena right now. Check it out. Download, play, like, comment, subscribe. Hit all the buttons. If there's a button and you can see it, just hit it.
And thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Have a good one, folks.